It's stronger, so I know it's longer. Let's go. So even if I don't put the video out for a week later, I'm going to always do them length checks on the first of the month because we're going to be accurate, y'all. This is a real experiment. We're going 12 months, okay? Month two update, y'all. Here is the fro. I done learned the new terminology. I was calling it see-through. It's called boneless. That's what y'all call it, boneless. When you have real fine, thin hair and you can kind of see through your afro. Well, I done learned it's called boneless. This is the fro. I don't know if I'm going to keep it out for the whole video, but every month I'm going to pull that fro out just so y'all can see in the beginning of the video. We growing hair over here. Y'all, let's get into the length check and let's talk about what went on this month. All right, it's length check time. All right. Last month, we had a good kickoff in the beginning of this thing because most of my hair, we grew 1 inch of hair. Now, the crown, it seems like it's growing slower than the rest of the head. So, I measure on tape with y'all, so I don't know what the results are going to be. I can tell it's thicker, though. The afro is definitely thicker. It's fuller. It's stronger. So, I know it's longer. So, let's hit... Let's go. Let's go down and bring this on down and bring this on down to the last tip of the hair. And the last tip of the hair stops about here. Now, I'm going to show it to y'all first. What we got? I'll give it 6. All right, so that's about 4.5 inches. And then bring this all the way down as far as it can go. Right, and that gives me 5.5 inches. So, okay. 4 inches. So right there. All right, that's 6 inches. That's a 6. 4 inches. 4. Okay, so to about there. 5.5 inches. 5.5 inches. So it looks like we got 1/2 inch. Measuring tape. Here's the bottom. 4 inches. 6 inches in the back. 6 inches in the back. So we grew a whole inch in the back. Okay. Five inches. So my crown did catch up with the rest of the hair. 4 inches. All right, looks like we're about 4 inches all the way around. 5.5 inches pretty much everywhere. The back of the hair is at 6 inches. So far we have grown a 1.5 inches. So everybody else with me? We did it. Now we getting into consistency. And consistency is not always easy. It's easy to say that I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then every day I'm going to make sure that I do this. And then before I go to bed, I'm going to make sure that I do that. Well, that's easier said than done. And February taught me that more than January. Because January, I feel like I was so excited. And when you first get started with something, you're so excited about the thing. So motivation is keeping you going, right? Them habits is what I leaned on in February. Them habits. Them habits are saying that you're going to do your scalp massage every day. You're going to assess your scalp and see how your little baby hairs are doing. You're going to stimulate your scalp. You're going to make sure that that scalp is clean. You won't be adding no extra hair in, right? Like all of the things as life happens, you have to figure out. And the consistency was difficult. I mean, I don't know no other way of saying it other than it was challenging to stay consistent. The other challenge that I ran into in February was styling my hair. So we do have this little bun, but I don't want to be pulling my hair up in no tight bun every time I need a hairstyle. So now I'm like trying to figure out like, well, what is my go-to hairstyle? And then how do I protect my hair and still take care of it? So I don't know that I figured that out this month. You know, I don't know that I figured that out this month. I dealt with why I don't have any edges. If you're dealing with the edge situation, it's a real funny video, y'all. I got real honest in that video, so y'all should definitely check out my video where I talk about my edges. I got real honest. I think the reason that I'm going to win in this experiment is because I'm willing to just be vulnerable. And the reason I'm willing to be vulnerable is because in prayer, y'all, I truly believe that God gonna bless me with a head full of hair. Like, I'm already at the end of this year. And so it's making it easier for me to say, okay, let me show y'all what I'm working with right now. Because this not gonna stay like this. This will not remain, right? So I would say that I really was challenged with consistency. But what kept me going is the knowing that my hair is growing, okay? So that edge video really was me getting down to the nitty gritty on what we're going to do different. And that's one of the big reasons that's going to help me keep the weave out of my hair and the tight pulling hairstyles. So I dealt with my edges, trying to figure out like what are the hairstyles that are going to help me stay consistent with healthy hair care going into the months warming up. It's about to start getting warmer outside. I gotta figure out. I remember before I used to wear like a little afro puff at the top of my hair. Now I like an afro puff other than the fact that the ends can tend to get a little tangled in that puff depending on how long you keep that in. So afro puff is an option. I think 2 space buns might be an option. I'm really gonna get into the styling more in March. I struggled. I'm just talking about what I struggled with this month, y'all. Just trying to look okay while I'm trying to grow my hair out. I did have a family function to go to, and I did like a mold swirl, kind of sweep my hair over situation, and it was very scalpy. I put on a headband and some earrings, and I went on and was with my family. This was a rough month. I had a lot of personal things going on, and pushing through and staying consistent wasn't easy, but we did it. Okay, so the other thing that I did a video on showing y'all how I made my growth oil. The only thing that changed with me utilizing the growth oil is I started doing it every other day or every third day. Now, why did I stop doing that? Why did I stop doing it every day? After the first month, and maybe y'all would say because you got a month of hair growth when you was doing it, I'm listening to my scalp. And my scalp seemed like it was overstimulated. But now, I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get my full inch of hair, so I might go back. But I'm just telling y'all what I did in February. I slowed down on how much, I slowed down on the everyday use of my growth oil, and I started spreading it out. The Botana oil stays on, and Botana oil I use as a grease. Let me get it. You know. Don't mind the ponytail holder around it. I have teenage girls, and I have to mark my stuff, y'all. So that they know that this is my Botana oil. I put my ponytail holders around it because they have their own Botana oil for their hair. Yeah, so that's why you have a ponytail holder around it. So Botana oil, it is like my grease, but not so much. Let me show you. As soon as you put it in between your fingers, it is greasy like, but more, I would say more of a light grease, a light oil. If you put it on tonight, you're not going to see your hair greasy tomorrow. That's the best way that I can describe it. Right, so we did the growth oil. I did the hair massages, but I didn't always put the growth oil in. So every night I did a mist. Every night I sprayed my whole head down, made sure my scalp got moist and mist it, and I did a 7 to 10 minute scalp massage. Every other day, we'll say every other day in February, I added the growth oil. And the video that I did before this is me showing you guys what ingredients are in my growth oil and me formulating it. Definitely, if you're looking to make a growth oil, I let you know what I put in this oil, but I think a good starter oil for anybody who's just starting out is olive oil and peppermint. I did olive oil and peppermint for a long time. I'm not big on products. I'm big on function, right? So the scalp massages I think are it, and then the oil just kind of helps it go along. But this is a really good oil. It has 3 carrier oils in it, and it has 3 essential oils. And if y'all want to see what oils I put in here, you got to watch my last video for my growth oil. And I started having trouble as my hair is starting to get just a little bit longer. We don't have no, hold on, let me stop acting like I got a whole lot of, but just as it's starting to get a little longer, I'm starting to learn, and that might be why I only got an inch of hair. I need to get my detangling process together. When it was a little shorter, I didn't really have a whole lot of issues with detangling. So I will say that me taking my time, with detangling my hair and keeping my ends of my hair moisturized. So adding a little cream and a little castor oil to the ends of my hair, I found were really helping me this month. So things that were working for me in month 2 to get my 1/2 inch of hair, which is on point and average with everybody else, that still will get me my 6 inches at the end of the year, which is fine with me, y'all. If we end up with 10 inches of healthy hair, I am so happy with that. So what worked was me adding water to my hair every day, doing daily scalp massages. I wash my hair once a week, and I co-washed on the 3rd or 4th day. And that was just washing with conditioner. I'm washing my hair with a moisturizing shampoo once a week. And then depending on how much product I put in my hair, I would say every 2 to 3 weeks, I will clarify my hair. If I'm not putting a whole lot of gels and I'm just doing butter and oil and water, then I'm going to use a moisturizing shampoo. It's really about what I'm doing with my hair. I want to tell y'all what my routine is, but the thing that I'm doing consistently is washing my hair once a week, doing daily scalp. So keeping a clean scalp, right? Doing daily scalp massages and adding water to my hair. And the growth oil is assisting me. Those are my consistents. Everything else is things that I'm playing with, trying to figure out what's going to work for me. The consistent is that I'm fingers inside of my scalp every day, scalp massages every day, and assessing the dry parts of my scalp and hydrating them every day. I would say those are the 3 things that are definitely working for me. Going into next month, we're going to do onion juice. We definitely going to do onion juice. I want to see if I can, do a kickoff of growth and get this scalp kicked off and growing again. So next month, we're definitely going to do onion juice. We're going to figure out some go-to styles or maybe some protective styles because we got to get back into the fashion. So we got to figure out how we're going to wear our hair this summer, right, to go with our clothes. And more consistency, right? I just got to fan my groove. I got to fan my go, and I got to go for it. That's it. That's all. I know that I'm going to do onion juice next month. We're going to keep with the aloe vera. I did do aloe vera this month. At least once a week when I was deep conditioning, the last layer was the aloe vera juice. Straight from the aloe vera leaf. So we definitely came with the aloe vera juice. So next month we're going to add in the onion juice. We're going to keep going with what we're doing. And then I need to find some consistency with styling my hair. But for the most part, y'all, we're right on point. Month 2, we got a 1/2 inch of hair. We got a whole inch in the back. So we 6 inches in the back. Around the perimeter, we 5.5 inches. And we 5 inches at the crown because we growing real slow in the crown area. And that's where we at, y'all. I'll see y'all next week. Thank y'all for joining the journey. We at a 1/2 inch, and hopefully on month 12 we will have 6 inches of hair plus the 4 we started with, so 10 inches of healthy hair. Thank y'all for joining me. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all next week.